Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is well. We're gonna go ahead and do an October preview for y'all. If that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's gonna have all the information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you so much for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. So we have, this is a lot. This is a clean slate. This is a fresh start. This is a reboot. This is a fresh canvas, right? This is a fresh coat of paint on something. That's baptism energy. It's a spiritual awakening. And to be honest with you, I don't normally get this, but I'm kind of getting all of it. Like, it's kind of a mixture. I definitely think there's a restart in your area in October. There's a reboot, that there's a let's try this again, or let's go off on a new path. I'm ready for a new timeline. I'm ready for a completely new experience. Something that I haven't experienced before, right? I'm ready to try something new, be in a new energy, okay? Some of you guys are maybe rebooting a system. This could be a computer system. This could be something at work. This could be new guidelines or something like that coming in at work that you have to learn. There could be new training or something. You could feel new in a certain area of your life. You could be going to school or learning something new, being certified in something new. Some of you guys who you have a certain skill or hobby, like maybe you do art or maybe you create something, you could be doing something completely different, like learning how to do something in a completely different way, okay? There is just this energy of like new month, new me. You know how it's usually like new year, new you? It's almost like new month, new me. Like I'm going to be different this month. I'm going to really, go after my goals. I'm going to try really hard. I'm going to achieve things. There's something about that. Some of you guys could be having a spiritual awakening during October too. It does not matter how many spiritual awakenings you've had. There is no time limit or there's no limit on a spiritual awakening. You can have one after another and might feel like you're never spiritually evolved enough. Like, damn, have I learned enough lessons yet? No, you have not, okay? We have the wolf coming out, all right? Do you want me to take that, Spirit? Because I haven't done the question yet. It's saying to take it, so we will. Let's go ahead and get you guys a yes or no, and then we'll get into the wolf energy for your power animal. Okie dokie. Cards are popping today. You are going in the right direction. We get that card a lot, Gemini. Damn. Like, I don't know what to say, but we do. We get that energy a lot. Like, you're going in the right direction. Go. The time is now. There's some kind of energy here where maybe with the pendulum, you've been making a decision, right? You've been swinging back and forth. You've been trying to figure out what direction you want to move. What is the right direction? Is this right for you? And I feel like you're finally settling on something in October. Now, when I say settling, I don't mean like you're in the aspect of like, oh, there's nothing better. But no, you're settling on the idea of that you really do want this, or you really do want to invest. You really do want to go after something, okay? Now, for a power animal, the wolf for me is talking about leadership. It's talking about independence, but it's also talking about doing what's best for everybody, right? Looking out for everyone. There could be this energy here in October where maybe you are going to step into a leadership position. Maybe some of you guys are going to feel motivated to care for people, to protect other people. There could be a situation where you do step in and you do protect somebody, Gemini. Or you could just take on the responsibility. Like, maybe there's been this energy of like, I don't want that responsibility. I don't want to be in charge of people. I don't want to be responsible for how another person feels or what they're going through, or if they have, this or that, right? Some of you guys have been really self-focused, but and the wolf can be, we have that saying, the lone wolf, but actually I'm getting more of like a community vibe with this wolf. I'm kind of getting the energy of like you wanting to look out for other people, you wanting to be responsible for other people and step into that protector mode. Some of you guys might not have a choice. There could be somebody that seeks out your help in October, or there could be a family member that gets into trouble or something like that, where, I don't know, That compassionate side is sparked, and you're like, yes, I'm going to help. I'm going to be this stable figure here is what I'm getting, okay? Some of you guys might have to make a decision when it comes to your entire family, and this might be a very difficult decision for you. This could be something like moving, okay? Like some of you guys might have to decide to pick everything up and move. I don't know. Take that as it resonates. Let's see what the book says, though. Actually. Oh, it's wedged behind all this stuff. Excuse me. Okay, the wolf. Let's see. It's the right element. Let's find it. All right. It says guardian of family and tribe, activism and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of its tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out the agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all and exclude none. When in balance, reliable, democratic, and fearless. When out of balance, judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go, okay? So there could be this energy here of leading, but almost like from a distance. Like I'm leading you, I'm showing you with my actions the way that you should go, but I'm also giving you the freedom and the independence to make your own choices, right? There could be this energy here of assuming that everybody feels like you, everybody wants the same thing as you. And I feel like what you're learning in October is, no, not everybody does want the same thing as me, but that doesn't mean that we can't still coexist or have a healthy connection, work together, live together, whatever, okay? There's something about that. There could be this thing with your children here too in October, this dynamic of like, well, I know what's best because I've already been through this, right? But maybe you don't know what's best, okay? Maybe every person has their own individual experiences here. So there is this energy here of your mantra being embrace all, exclude none, embrace the individual, embrace the differences that people bring together, you know, hold space for another person's journey, where they're at. Maybe you have been the type of person who has lived, which I can resonate with this, living by that attitude of, well, we're not on the same page, so there you go, right? But there could be this energy here of not being on the same page, but being a part of the same book, being in the same chapter, no less, okay? And just because you're not on the same page doesn't mean that you won't eventually get there, or that doesn't mean that you still, you know, shouldn't be part of the same book. You know what I mean? Like, it's something like that, okay? Excuse me, guys. So I'm also getting the energy of like there could be something involving activism, mentorship, teaching. Some of you guys could really be involved in something like that in October, okay? Some of you guys could definitely be stepping up to the plate to help guide others through their dark times or through their situations that they're going through, all right? But it's just important that you don't assume that everybody will process things the way you do, or that just because you give somebody a certain aspect of advice here means that they're actually going to take it or they're going to follow it step by step the way that you would, right? So again, it's almost like helping people, leading people, guiding people, but from a distance, okay? Let's go ahead and get some cards out here. Let's put this little guy over here, okay? Little wolf energy. Let's see what we got here, okay? October energy for Gemini. What's going on in October? What is this? We have April that wanted to come out. We'll keep all the month cards over here, okay? which is Aries Taurus energy, and it says Happy New Year, which is so interesting because we do have the brand new card, right? So for some of you, yes, even though this is not the New Year energy, it's not, you know, New Year's Eve, and it's not spring, there's still this energy here of like a new month, new me. I'm stepping into a new journey. I'm stepping in a new way of doing things, right? Maybe some of you guys maybe ruled with like an iron fist before or something, and now you're learning to be more flexible or more understanding, more empathetic towards what the individual is going through, okay? We have the dolphin coming out. It says investments pay off, 401k, a harvest. It says financial gain, usually coming from something that you did in the past. So for some of you, there could be something like that going on where maybe you invested in something and you totally forgot about it, or it just happens to take off in October. Others of you, you could find a 401k. There could be something here where a lawsuit settlement, something comes through in October. You could have been waiting on some money for a minute, and I feel like October is the month that you're going to see that for some of you guys. For others of you, something that you have been really dedicating yourself to for a long time is finally going to pay off, okay? We have Bowl coming out. It says shopping, a glow up, redecorating, and plenty of material things. I'm kind of going to keep that with that one because it's giving the same kind of energy. It really feels like there's going to be a level up in your life where you're going to be able to afford a better lifestyle, right? Or you're going to step into a higher level of living here, okay? Some of you guys could be totally changing your tax bracket for the better, okay? There could be this energy here where you're able to shop where you weren't before. You're able to invest in things where you weren't before. Some of you guys definitely have this harvest that's coming through, and it's from something that you've been working really hard on or something that you invested on in the past, okay? What else do we have for Gemini for October energy, please? I'm hearing life's about to get scary, but in a good way, okay? So what I'm getting from that is that you're about to come across things that you've never imagined that you could. You're about to have things that you never imagined that you could have, right? So some of you guys never thought that you could have the big house on the hill and, you know, have all these luxuries in life, and maybe you've been living from this space of lack or going without or having to sacrifice for a really long time, almost to the point where your mind has gotten conditioned to that of like, well, this is just what life is. Life is a struggle. You know what I mean? And it could be the same aspect in like relationships where you're just like, this is what relationships are. I put my all in, they don't, okay? And then things fall apart, and then I go back to being single because single as a Pringle is what I'm meant to be, right? Some of you guys could have been feeling like that. I feel like there's something coming in that's transitioning things in October to where you're going to have a brand new start. You're going to experience things that you have not experienced in a very long time, or that you didn't feel like was possible or plausible for you, okay? Maybe you just felt like, well, there's no way that things are going to suddenly shift. I've been on this path for a very long time. I do feel like there's something here with your perspective or how you're taking a leading role in your own life or stepping into that leading role to help others that brings on this transition or this shift, Gemini. Let's see, what do we have here? What else is happening for Gemini in October, okay? General messages, whatever wants to come out. What is happening here? What just popped? Wow, guys, the goldfish. I mean, damn. I don't know what to say. And I don't want to trigger anybody because I know a lot of you see these messages and you're like, bruh, that's not realistic for me. There's something here where something becomes very realistic when it comes to a level up, success, something. We have the tiger on the bottom of the deck. It says doing something risky, taking a chance, reckless energy, predator, or danger abound. I don't know why I gave this such a nefarious vibe when I wrote these extra messages on this card, but this doesn't feel like it, especially with the goldfish. It actually feels like a risk is going to pay off. It feels like being brave in some kind of area of your life is actually going to help you move into a completely new era, okay? The goldfish says viral, overnight success, a sign-on bonus, increase in material wealth and spiritual growth. Okay, so it's not just about the material wealth. There is going to be this spiritual awakening. I told you, I felt like there's going to be something where suddenly you are going with the flow of life, or the flow of life is taking you in a new direction. And it's interesting because the sun is coming, you guys can't see it obviously, but the sun is coming through the trees out my window, and it's putting sunbeams down to almost where like there's a spotlight. For some of you guys, there could be an energy like that, okay, where maybe you have a spiritual spotlight put on you and you are being asked to level up, mature, step into it, okay? Some of you guys, this could definitely be an actual spotlight being put on you just with all this energy out here. Damn. Okay, and with this Taurus energy here on this April card, that is the Empress energy. So there could definitely be this energy of like people noticing you, you getting some kind of recognition, something taking off. You might just do a random job for somebody, commission, somebody could book your services, whatever, and then it turns out that this person is like hella valuable or knows people, will spread the word or something, or the news, okay? For my social media content creators, there could definitely be something here where there's a viral type of effect, something that you create gets widespread, and all of a sudden you in it, boo. I don't know. Okay, some of y'all might get a goldfish, or fish energy could be significant. Pisces energy, just because of the dolphin and the fish here, it just makes me feel like that. Maybe aquatic energy is significant for you. Maybe you live near the ocean. Maybe you're going to be traveling to the ocean. Maybe you guys are going to be getting new pets, and they're going to be like, you're going to need an aquarium for this pet. Okay, that could be something that I could see here. All right, Spirit, anything else? Because so far it's kind of giving the same vibe. Not that I'm mad at it, but is there anything else? That is going to be way too many. I ain't going to argue with nobody. It says the ladder, trusting in the process, climbing towards success, growth, and big changes ahead. So I don't know. Spirit's kind of letting you know that there are some big changes here. A deep friendship with someone of the same sex, okay? It says community, gossip. So for some of you, you might be getting some gossip or some tea here in October. There could be tea going around in regards to your success too. Like suddenly you could be the hot topic in town where everybody's like, did you hear what happened to Gemini? Did you hear that Gemini created this and now this company wants to buy it? Did you hear that Gemini wrote this book and now it's like number 2 or number 1 on the Amazon bestseller list? Did you hear? Like, it's something like that for some of y'all. Now for others of you, there could definitely be a connection coming in here. It might be a very deep friendship. It could be with the same sex. It could be with the opposite sex. Take it as it resonates. I do feel like opposite sex relationships get a little messy. That's just me personally, because I feel like there's one person usually has some kind of feelings or emotions or attachments where the other person doesn't, and then it always kind of leads to somebody getting hurt. Maybe that's just my experience. I've never really been able to be true friends with a man. So take that as it resonates, right? But I feel like for some of you guys, there could be this energy here of that. Like maybe you do meet somebody and you guys are just for real friends and it's great. Or again, this is the same sex type of energy where you meet somebody and just like, wow, I didn't think that a friend would be something that would be popping into my life, but you're pretty cool, you're pretty chill. Like we have a lot in common, we're on the same page. We like to go out and do things together, or we laugh, we help each other through ups and downs. There could just be a really good friendship that is forming here in October. Okay. What do we have here for a Gemini gang, please, in October? Any other messages? We have October coming out. So Libra, Scorpio, it's interesting. We have Taurus, Libra energy. That is the energy of the Empress, okay? And with these leaves here on this October, it's making me feel like there is something that is falling away in your life, right? Something that is changing here with this moon. It says changes in your life. Cancer, Pisces energy, a cycle cleanse, and follow your intuition, guys, okay? Let's see. Anything else? October energy for my Gemini gang. What's going on in October for my Gemini gang? What's happening for them? Is that it? Is that all the messages you want to talk about? Okay, we got the tree coming out. Spiritual inheritance, ancestors, rooted in, and affairs with your family. So rooted in is very highlighted for me, guys. It feels like something is going to become hella stable here. Something started out as maybe like a little sprout, right? Just maybe like something that you weren't sure where this was going to go, how much potential that this actually had. And now it's like it's turning into a big tree. It's turning into something stable that you can depend on, okay? Some of you guys, there is a tree that's significant. I know that sounds strange, but it won't be strange for the person that it's for, okay? For some of you guys, there's this energy of like a tree, maybe on your property, on your land, maybe at a state park you like to go to. Maybe like in your neighborhood. I don't know. There's like a connection to a tree. For some of you guys, like you just love this tree, or you like to go sit under this tree, or you visit this tree, okay? It's giving like grandmother Willow vibes from Pocahontas, all right? There could be something like that going on. Or maybe this tree was like, you know, planted by like your great granddaddy or something like that. And it's just big and tall, and it's a staple in your family, or it reminds you of your lineage, or reminds you of your ancestry here for some of you. Or unfortunately something bad could have happened with the tree with one of your ancestors, but it's like I don't know, we recognize this tree, or this tree is part of our family history. There's something there with that, okay? I do feel like there's some kind of spiritual inheritance with all of this. Yes, for sure. There's some kind of spiritual inheritance that is coming through here in October. It's like this level up is bringing something that's been meant for you for a long time, you know? And like with human, you know, here on this plane inheritances, you usually don't get those until something unfortunately ends. It could be the same aspect when it comes to your spiritual inheritance. There could be something that needs to end or needs to cycle out, okay? We did see that just now with the moon energy, a cycle cleanse, brand new beginning, right? There could be something here that has needed to cleanse out within yourself. Maybe it was how you were relating to other people or relating to situations. Maybe you've learned something recently, guys. Okay, I'm getting like lesson learned with this wolf energy. I don't know, there's something there. You could have learned something, and this has cleansed out a cycle and therefore started you on a new journey and given you this spiritual inheritance. Now they're showing me this energy here, and this is like, I don't know if they're obviously showing me something from way back in the day, but they're showing me somebody's ancestors, and they're like sitting, dancing, communing basically around this fire. And there's this medicine woman / medicine man, but it looks like a man. And this person has like really dark leathery skin, and they have like white dots, like white paint dots on their arms and on their forehead, and like going across their brow, okay? And they have like this staff, and basically they're saying that there's going to be an ancestor one day that's going to it feels like inherit everything or fulfill the prophecy. So I don't know, Gemini, take this as it resonates, okay? But you could have been talked about hundreds of years ago, right? A long time ago, your ancestors could have been sitting around a fire talking about a future ancestor that's going to create something, bring some kind of, I don't know, honor or something to the legacy here. Some kind of abundance or wealth or growth, stability, right? And lo and behold, the prophecy is being fulfilled. You are that ancestor that they were talking about. Like they might have even talked about something about what kind of gifts you have, or where you're going to be planted. Like, yo, this ancestor is going to go through a lot of sorrow and a lot of loss, and they're going to rise up from the flames. And there's something like that. And this actually looks like this wolf is rising up from some flames. So that's interesting, guys. But that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Like your ancestors way back in the day talked about you or something. There could also be this energy of like when you were born, somebody looked over you. It's almost giving the energy of like, what is that? Rafiki? Is that his name from The Lion King? Where he takes the like red chalk and he puts it over his head. He's like, that's a chosen one. I don't know. There's something here with that, okay? Like one of your ancestors could have done that, or one of your passed on loved ones could have done that to you. Like they were like the family seer or something, or they just always happen to know things. And there's this energy here of like where they looked at you and they're like, yeah, that's the chosen one, or this is the one. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is the one that I've been talking about. There's something like that. Your passed on loved one, or if they're still around, I don't know, but I have a strong suspicion they're passed on. They might have been able to predict who you were going to be, what gender you were going to have, what you were going to look like, when you were going to be born, like when your mom was going to go into labor. You know, and it could have been something that went against like what the doctors were saying or something. Like the doctors are saying, oh, they're going to be born on the 12th. And your ancestor was like, no, they're going to be born a month early. And they're going to be born under the full moon. And they're going to be like, you know, it's something like that. They're going to look like their daddy, but they're going to have their mom's eyes. Okay, there's something about that where somebody predicted your birth, or they predicted how you were going to be born or something, guys. I don't know why that's significant for October. I feel like you're fulfilling a prophecy in October. I feel like that's why this is coming up. I feel like there's something that you're fulfilling in October, and because of this spiritual inheritance is coming through, and you're really stepping into this leadership role when it comes to your lineage or your legacy, guys. Maybe you've been just flirting with it, right? You're just like, I don't know if I want to commit to this legacy. I don't know if this is something that I really want to step into. It's a big responsibility. And I feel like you knew that. You knew that whatever this was, it was going to be a big undertaking. But I feel like you finally decided to do it. We have the egg that just wanted to pop. It says something hatches. Success is assured with good plans and hard work. Come on, guys. Odds are in your favor. And then it says there's massive potential to grow right now. I mean, come on. This is all kind of saying the same thing, which I guess makes sense. It's only 31 days in October. So it's like, how much can really happen? Maybe there's just one specific like theme of October, and it feels like growth, success. It feels like something being solidified or grounded in. Let me get some coffee, guys. I feel like there was massive potential for something, but it hadn't hatched yet. It hadn't actually grown any real roots, right? It hadn't turned into this mighty tree here and, excuse me, guys, and like solidified. But I feel like something in October is causing it to, okay? We have the romance card on the bottom of the deck. For some of you guys, yeah, you might meet somebody, but it might start off really small or really slow or something, but there's some potential that hatches here. That's for some of you guys, all right? This might come after a time of feeling like things were just not working out for you, or that feeling like something else broke apart. We have the carriage energy, excuse me. It says road trip, personal growth, a shamanic vision quest, and a journey, either physical or mental. Is there anything else you want to talk about for October, Spirit, or is this all going to be kind of like the same thing? We have the lightning card. Okay? It says someone wants to provoke you, someone wants to confront you, and control your anger or you'll be sorry. Okay, here we go. Because I was like, this is all, it's great. It's a great message. Don't get me wrong. I like living in this kind of energy just like everybody else. But there's something here where you are going to be tested. Somebody is going to test you. I feel like whenever we step into this new energy, because you're obviously going through a massive level up here, spiritual growth that's happening, a spiritual ascension, you're gaining some kind of spiritual inheritance, right? There could be something where you're completely rearranging who you are and you're really deciding to step into that energy. Like it's not so much for Rafiki, if that was the name, I think that was the name, right? But it's not so much for Rafiki to sit there and do the little thing with his thumb and be like, that's the chosen one, right? Simba had to believe it. Simba left, right? He left the pride for a good portion of his life and didn't want to be king. After he just did that whole little song where he was like, I just can't wait to be king, right? He was like all happy about it, and I get to make all the rules, I get to have all the females I want, I get to do this, I get to do that, it's gonna be awesome, right? And then when he saw how real it can get with Scar and his dad, and he suffered that loss, he didn't want to be king anymore. He was like, nope, I'm good on that. I'm good, right? And ran away. And he embraced that alternative lifestyle for a second, but then when he found out that his pride was in serious trouble, they really needed their king. They needed somebody to stand up. They needed somebody to take that leadership role. They needed somebody to be like, you know what, I'm going to do what's best for the good of all, even if it scares me, even if I have to grow up, I have to kind of take responsibility for things. And that's what he did. So maybe The Lion King is significant for somebody. It's a good movie, but there's something there about that, guys, where somebody will try to confront you, or somebody will try to provoke you because of all this goodness that's happening in your life. You don't need to be provoked. There's nothing that this person can offer besides a pain in the neck, your plans being derailed, getting off your path, stepping off your throne, right? You don't need to do any of that. It looks like everything in October is going as you would like it to. Things in October are going really well. It's like you're on the upturn of the Wheel of Fortune here. So don't let some jackass come in and make you feel like you need to entertain them, or you need to, you know, basically entertain this drama that I feel like they want to bring, or this anger that they're going to try to provoke. Because somebody around you might not want you to change, Gemini. They might want you to stay exactly how you are. And you might be so loving and caring and understanding and be like, well, why would somebody want me to suffer? Obviously, I'm not happy here. Obviously, I'm really down and out. I'm not in the place I need to be, right? I'm stunting myself. Somehow it benefits them. Okay? Maybe y'all share some kind of bad habit together. Maybe it's like the crab in the barrel effect, right? Like if they can't climb their ass out, they don't want you climbing out, so they'll kind of just drag you back down to the depths with them. Maybe there's jealousy. Maybe they wanted to get there first. Maybe you're going to enter into something that they want or they wanted for themselves. Like maybe you get a relationship or something, and this person's like, well, I wanted to be in a relationship with you, or I want to be in a relationship, or I want that person, right? Whatever the case is, it's like, it does give me the energy of like crabs in a barrel. It could be a Cancer energy, but take it as it resonates. Could be any of these signs too. Aries, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, Cancerian, Pisces, Leo energy with the dolphin because of the sun, any fire sign. There could be this energy here though of somebody who is like, if you think you're gonna grow, nah, because I'm gonna try to find a way, right, to stop this growth. That's for some of you guys. We have the boot. You might have to give somebody the boot in October, and you know, you might feel a little bad about this because you might, I don't know, guys. I feel like there's been like low vibing karmic energy that you've kind of like, yeah, I know they're some bitch, right? Like, I know they're not that great. I know they're this, I know they're that, but everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but you're really going to truly see the flaw of somebody in October. Like, nah, this goes beyond just people making mistakes. This goes beyond people just having addictions and having bad habits and seeing the human in everybody, right? This is the energy of like, this person likes to drag people down. This person likes to play games. This person is a manipulator. This person wants to drag me down, keep me complacent, keep me in a lifestyle that they see is not healthy for me, right? It's like somebody, you know, you telling somebody, well, I'm hacking up a fucking lung every morning when I wake up, okay? And I'm out of breath when I walk to the mailbox. Maybe I should quit smoking. And then being like, oh, you only live once, buddy. You know, go ahead, smoke. You only live once. You know, and it's like, that's detrimental to you. So there could be somebody around you that is detrimental in the aspect of they encourage these bad habits. They encourage you to lean into the darkness. This person could be a dark worker, and maybe you're not aware of it. Maybe they're not aware of it. Maybe they don't understand that that's what it is, right? Not everybody is as spiritually as evolved as you, Gemini. Not everybody understands the roles and the different players in the game here and how things go. This person could just be, you know, whatever. But they're actually like a dark worker, and they encourage people to walk down these slippery slopes, these shady paths, instead of encouraging people to be better. You know, it's not always easy working for the light or being in the light, right? Because what does the light do? It shines down on us. It exposes things. You can't hide anything in the light. You have to face yourself, and you have to face others. You have to strive to want to be better. And it's difficult to be better, right? It's difficult to quit bad habits. It's difficult to remove karmic energy from your life. It's difficult to look in the mirror and see your own flaws and take that accountability. These things are hard, but these are things that are necessary if you're going to work with the light. Because in the light, you can't hide. Spirit's going to zone in right on that flaw and ask you to look at that and to process that, to work through that. And when you do that, because you are a mirror, Gemini, you've always been a mirror, you're going to then start seeing that in other people, and it's going to be hard to ignore. And it's going to be sad when you have to kind of walk away from people that you used to have a good time with, even if it was a low down, dirty time. You still used to have a good time with them, but you have to walk away from them because you're just not in that place anymore. Being in the light, being of the light, working for the light, it causes you to have to lift yourself up. It causes you to have to go into uncomfortable positions to expand yourself and basically be better. So there could be something like that where maybe you're choosing to kind of finally step into the light, and you know that things are going to be exposed. You know that you're going to have to see everything for what it is. You know that you can't hide there, but you're ready. There's something about that for somebody, okay? Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting this with this pin, but new job, new career. I'm almost getting the energy of somebody deciding to take on the light working job. Like Spirit's been like, you know, reviewing your application for a minute, or has been, you know, looking at you or checking for you like that. Like, I don't know, I feel like you could be my next light worker. I'm just saying, right? There's something about that, and you've been like, I don't know about all that. I feel like there's some kind of energy where somebody's accepting that role in October. They're like, yeah, I'm going to, and then, you know, when you accept that role, you realize, damn, a lot of shit got to change. Like my whole routine has to change, my eating habits, what I'm putting into my body, what I'm doing with my body, how I'm taking care of my mind, how I'm connecting with others, how I'm stepping forward or stepping into something or showing up. That's what they're giving me, because I'm like, what are they trying to say? How you're showing up for yourself and others is going to change in October because of this choice to become basically a light worker. But with that comes a lot, right? With that comes some kind of wealth, some kind of ancestral wealth, viral growth, old money. Now, I don't necessarily feel like that's the reason that you're doing this. For some of you guys, you feel like this is going to leave you worse off. Like for some of you, you feel like I'm going to have to leave my home. I'm going to have to lose all my connections. I might have to change my job. I might have to, you know, strip everything. Everything might have to be stripped from me to do this. There's no way this is going to bring me some kind of wealth or growth, but it actually does, okay? That is for somebody. Let's go ahead and stop yapping and get into some tarot here. Okay, what is this thing from the past that Gemini is about to see an investment in? Okay, hold on a second. Walk away came out with a whole bunch of other stuff, so we're not going to take all that, but there could be something that you walked away from in the past, you kind of gave up on. You were like, you know what, this isn't for me. It's too hard. It's too difficult. It's asking me for too much change, okay? It's too demanding. There could have been something like that where, again, you didn't want to step into this leadership role. You didn't want to take ownership of whatever this was, Gemini. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming out, and it really did want to come out with the King of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, okay? The Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I mean, yeah, this is something that you put some kind of investment into. And it could have been an easy breezy type of investment, because with this Knight of Pentacles here, you know, if you look at the illustration, he's kind of just, I don't know, dropping pentacles, right? Dropping seeds everywhere he's going. Giving like the Johnny Appleseed kind of vibe, where you just throwing out seeds here. I'll try this, I'll create that, I'll put my foot in here, I'll dibble dabble with this. And little did you know that these seeds that you were dropping as you were going off on your journey, they're actually bringing some kind of immense amount of growth here, okay? And whatever this is, it's like, it's time for them to start growing. Now all of a sudden we got apple trees everywhere. Now all of a sudden you got all these people that want to reach out to you, or you have all these different opportunities, or these doors that have opened up suddenly. You weren't aware. You didn't think that this was going to turn into anything. It's turned into something, okay? That's for some of you guys. For others of you, there could have been just different investments that you put your money into, and you're like, oh, I'll put a couple $100 here, I'll put a couple cents there, I'll invest in this, right? I'll try my hand at that. There could have been several different 401ks you've opened up in your life or something, right? There's something here where it's like you've put effort into it in the past, not expecting it to really grow like that. Just kind of doing it because maybe it was fun, maybe you were passionate about it, maybe you were curious. Maybe at the time, like if this is an investment, and maybe at the time you did expect it to grow. You were like, yeah, I am investing a couple hundred and hoping to get a couple thou back, okay? That could have been for somebody, but it just never happened. You kind of moved on with your life. You just kept that money invested. Before you know it, it's like, you're up, batter up, right? It's time for this to explode and grow. I don't know, there's something about that. Like in October, something does take off. And when this takes off, it causes you to have the ability to, again, level up in your life. That glow up energy sticking out, staring me right in the face. There's something there with that for sure. Especially with this ancestral inheritance. There's some kind of level up here in October based off of something that you did. Now, the thing about the Knight of Pentacles is he gets the reputation in tarot as being the slowest knight in the deck. That could be true. This guy is choosing to, you know, save a horse and walk his damn self, okay? Like, he ain't even on his fucking horse and he's walking, right? But there's something about that that has actually helped him. I don't know why I'm getting the energy of, like, if he wasn't walking, if he wasn't taking the slow but steady route, or if it wasn't just, because there's like a lack of planning here and then something still coming together. There's something with that. Like, he chose to take the scenic route, or he chose to kind of do things in an unconventional way. Like, everybody rides the horse. Everybody wants to get there as fast as they fucking can, right? Now. But there's something about this one that was just like, meh, I'll see how it goes. And it happens, okay? Some of you, your intuition told you, take the slow route, right? Get off the horse, walk. As you walk, you're going to drop these seeds. As these seeds grow, you're going to find this opportunity in your life. There's something here about that. So yeah, something that you worked on really, really hard, something that you put some kind of effort into, but it wasn't like an effort, like it wasn't Queen of Pentacles, it wasn't King of Pentacles effort, right? It wasn't even Eight of Pentacles effort. Let's just be real. This is the Knight of Pentacles. This is like, I'm gonna see, and there's no real expectation of an outcome here. There's hopes, but there's not a real expectation of, like, no, I'm banking my whole life on this working out. Like, it isn't like that. But it does, actually. That's the thing. Look at that. It does. It actually ends up working out for you guys. 10 of Cups with 9 of Pentacles. Whatever this is that brings this physical, financial level up, abundance, stability, structure in your life, Gemini, it's like it translates to emotional happiness. Because I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Being broke is hard. Okay? It is. Yeah, I know. My guides are like, but it don't bring, being rich don't bring happiness either. Yeah, I know. Because they're reminding me of the quote that my mom used to always say to me. You know, I've had a lot of money and I've had a little bit of money, and neither one necessarily made me happy, right? So there could be something here where maybe your happiness is not based off of your money and how much your financial security is increasing here, even though I do see it increasing, but it doesn't fucking hurt. I'm gonna stand on it. Okay, I know what my guides are saying, and I get it, guys. Like, I do. I get the message that y'all are trying to give, like, money doesn't buy happiness, but I'm gonna stand on what I said based off of my human experience that I've had. I could cry in a Bentley. Okay? Like, I could feel sad in my mansion. Right? Like, there's that kind of energy here for some of you guys. For some of you, there is going to be some kind of emotional security, emotional balance, emotional happiness that does come through with you gaining some kind of financial freedom, financial increase here. Some of you guys are going to be able to pay off a debt, and that's going to make you happy as hell. I'm not indebted to you no more, bitch. Okay, for some of y'all, gonna be able to pay off some alimony or some child support or something that's come through unexpectedly, and you're gonna be able to pay that off. Maybe some of you guys, it's your car or it's your house payment, right? I don't have to pay on this shit no more. Now I can just work on building it up, right? There's something about that brings this emotional happiness. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Okay, yes, sir. This 9 of Pentacles with this Knight of Pentacles is the 10 Pentacles, right? So there's a pentacle of success here that we are reaching. I like it. I'm happy with it. What's this viral growth? What's going to be growing overnight or really quickly, really rapidly, even if it's not overnight? Because for some of you guys, you could have been putting effort into this for years, okay? And then it's just the suddenly it takes off, or suddenly there's this severe change. What is this that's happening overnight? What is this success? We have the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to say. Y'all go from just thinking about something, just planning something, just strategizing something with the Queen of Swords to actually doing something. Now, keep in mind, when something grows, and it is going to grow, okay? When it grows rapidly, Gemini, you are going to have to start thinking about the logistics behind something, okay? Again, the 6 of Cups, noting to the past energy that we already saw here. There's something in my nose that's starting to itch, so I don't know if this is connected to the ancestors or what, but there's some kind of energy here where you're going to have to start looking at the logistics. You might have to get something notarized, copyright. You might have to get some lawyers. You might have to get a financial advisor. You're messing with the big boys now. I don't know what song that's from, but that's what they just said. Somebody could be messing with the big boys now, right? Like, this ain't a fucking, like, just a little hobby that you're doing anymore. Like, this is something that is big, and you have to protect it, and you have to take care of it. And other people are going to be involved in this now. You could have been this lone wolf energy of like, well, I do this by myself. You know, I don't have any help with this. I don't have anybody that's investing in this. This is all me. Everything that's going on right here, right now is all me. Okay, is what you could be saying to yourself. But suddenly in October, you're messing with the big boys now. There could be a really big deal that comes through. A really large, well-known company could reach out to you in regards to something. Your company you already work for could ask you to level up significantly. Like, no, we don't want to just make you team lead. We want to make you VP. Okay, we want you to be regional, whatever. And you could be like, okay, now you're part of the leadership meetings. Now you're traveling. Now you have a company credit card. Like, it's like a whole, it's feeling like that. That's what this is feeling like. It's feeling like a big shift, a big change in some kind of circumstance where suddenly now you are this Queen of Pentacles, but you still have to have this Queen of Swords energy of like looking through everything. So look over every contract. If you don't understand it, get a lawyer. Get somebody that's smarter than you. Okay, so look at this. Tell you what you're looking at, because some of you guys might read like a whole bunch of legal jargon and be like, what is this even saying to me? Get somebody to explain it to you in layman terms. This is what this contract is saying. You have to provide this, you have to do this. This is going to be under the guardianship, because that's what I'm getting. This is going to be under the guardianship of this. There's something about that, guys. Especially for my people who, like, you do create something, or you have created a project, or this is your art, this is your work, this is your book, you know, this is whatever. Make sure you're not just giving that to somebody else and saying and thinking that you still own it, you still have rights. But no, it says there on page 57 of this 300-page contract that you didn't fucking read. It's saying that we actually own the rights. We say when you can perform. We say who you can sell your artwork to, or who you can give your music to, or where this book can be published, or where it can be sold. Like, it's something like that, guys. Make sure that you are reaching but looking over everything. Get somebody to look over this contract. If somebody flaps a contract down in front of you and it's like this fucking thick, guys, get somebody to look over that. Get a legal team, not their legal team. Get your own legal team to look over that contract, Gemini, and make sure that this is something you feel comfortable with. You are free to negotiate, because I feel like either way, you're the value here. Whatever you do, whatever you produce, whatever you bring to the table, right? Your talent, your skill, your work, your effort, that's what's being valued here. That's why they're offering you the contract, right? So go ahead and make sure that you are valuing yourself, and you know that actually you got a lot of power here. You can say like, you know, I looked over this contract on page 57, line 8, right? I didn't like that. I want to change it to this and that and the other. Make sure that you're doing your due diligence when it comes to this, Gemini, because there's something here that is going to be really big, and you're going to need to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, that you don't want to cut and run later. You don't make no fast decisions with the Knight of Swords, not thinking it through. You need to be in your Queen/King of Swords energy, guys. Not in a knight or a page, if I could speak, not in a knight or a page type of energy, but in this energy of like, no, I'm really going to think this through, or like, can I have a week or two to go over this contract and look at it? If they really value you and this is going to be a respectable partnership, working arrangement, whatever, they're going to give you time to look over that contract. They're not going to expect you to sign it right then and there. There's something about that, yeah. Spirit is highly suggesting that you take some time to isolate after you're offered whatever this is, or after maybe this success comes in all of a sudden, like you're just popping. Whatever it is, guys, Spirit is asking you to take some time to reflect. Follow your own sense of understanding here. Listen to the voice of Spirit for sure, okay? There could be something, again, with this Hermit energy, though. You've been studying, you've been learning, you've been practicing, you've been really diligent about kind of putting in the hours. There's been a lot of sacrifices. It's about to pay off, guys. for sure. Give me something for the spiritual growth that's attached to this goldfish energy. Which that might have been that with the Hermit. Spiritual growth. Okay, so with the Seven of Cups, you're opening yourself up to doors that you weren't aware of before. Some of you guys that already have like spiritual gifts, spiritual abilities, in October the veil is already going to be thin, okay? But I feel like for you it's going to be damn near invisible, all right? Like you are not going to know sometimes what is reality and what's not reality. That's why it's important that you keep yourself centered and grounded when it comes to your money choices, okay? There's something here where there's going to be a lot of reciprocity, giving back and forth between you and the divine. So you're going to be getting a lot of downloads, and you're going to be putting a lot of energy back up into the ethers. Take that as it resonates. Some of you guys, you could be given dreams, and you're going to step on those dreams, right? In the aspect of like, I'm going to follow what these dreams are saying. Basically, you're going to be given advice and intuitive messages, downloads, and you're like, I'm going to follow what I'm being told. There's some kind of sense of like back and forth or never-ending connection here with you and the divine. A lot of you, your psychic abilities are definitely going to be increasing in October, so buckle up, baby, because shit about to get fucking real around here, okay? There's going to be this energy of suddenly knowing things, again, having visions, hearing things, seeing things. I'm getting the energy of somebody seeing things out of the corner of their eye, like seeing somebody standing there and looking and no one's there, or seeing somebody walk past them, walk past their doorway or something like that. A lot of you guys could be getting visited from beings from the other side, whether this is ancestors, spirit guides. Just know that this is your house. You're in control here, Gemini, and if anything ever scares you, makes you feel uncomfortable, you can basically command it to be gone. There's something about that, knowing that you're the one that's the leader here in every aspect of your life, knowing that you're the one that's in control, okay? I also feel like there's a lot of spiritual protection that's coming through. Some of you guys might gain a new familiar, so there could be a pet, a dog, a cat, a fucking squirrel, something, okay, or is going to show up at your door, okay, or in your house. It could be a little mouse or something, right? There's something that's going to show up animal-wise, a bird, something. And this is a guardian or a protector or a companion or a familiar, something like that. Some of y'all might just feel like animals in general are just connected to you in October, like your damn Snow White walking through the forest, birds on your shoulders, squirrels hopping around after you, rabbits peeking their head out and looking at you, right? Like some of you guys might just be like, why am I attracting all these fucking animals all of a sudden, right? There could be something where you're just very connected to the earth. You're very connected to nature. Some of you guys, your shamanism has been activated, and with that, the animals are going to come. That's just how it goes, okay? So some of you guys could be noticing the animal messages a lot more or something like that. But there's this energy here of a familiar showing up to help guide you on your path. Others of you, this could be in spiritual form, where there's an ancestor that comes through, or there's a new guardian or a new spirit guide that's activated into your life, guys. You're just going to notice a new energy around you in October that's helpful, and it feels like it's from the other side. So I don't know, okay? But you might, like, this would especially be for those who are very used to working with their guides. Like, you already recognize their energy. You kind of know when they're around. You know that certain ancestors show up or certain guides show up, okay? You know you already have a certain guardian that watches over you, watches over your house, right? There's something new that shows up. It's a new energy, and it feels like it's very powerful, but I feel like that's because you're very powerful. It's like a new level, new devils, right? We ain't gonna get the security guard sitting outside the club to guard the president, right? The president has the Secret Service, okay? So there could be something here where you're getting your own form of like Secret Service here in October, especially for those that decide to step into this light working path that we were talking about. Like suddenly you're going to have all this spiritual support, and you're going to have all this spiritual protection as long as you continue to walk that path, right? And you're going to suddenly feel like, damn, I feel like things have shifted suddenly. Like I feel like when I walked outside, that fucking bus would have actually hit me, but this time it didn't. Like, it's that kind of energy, guys. Like suddenly you're giving into the divine is giving back. That's for somebody. You might have been a little bit confused before of like, I don't know. You gonna know, right? You will. Give me something for this tree. going to be a longer message, guys. Okay? Previews, monthly previews are always a little bit longer. The spiritual inheritance, the ancestors, the affairs with your family, which I'm kind of ashamed I didn't talk about this sooner, but yeah, there could be something going on with your family. I think I actually kind of did, though, where you might have to take a leading role in regards to your family, or you might have to make a big decision for your family. For some of you guys, you have children and you're sitting here, you're isolating yourself for a second because you're like, I really need to think about something. Virgo energy coming through, okay? There could be something with one of your children that they just refuse to grow up. It don't matter if this person's like 38, okay? This person refuses to grow up. They refuse to kind of take responsibility. And some of you might notice that that's been mirrored in your energy. Because I'm hearing, I learned from you, Dad, right? Like, that's what I'm hearing. So some of you guys might be like, why won't this person take things seriously? Why won't this person just get a decent job or level up or, you know, take responsibility, get a house, move out, do their thing? Like, some of you guys might feel like that in October, and then you might, with, again, being in the light, there's nothing to hide here, right? Everything is exposed. We're going to see everything. We got to take accountability for ourselves. There could be something here where you look at yourself and be like, damn, because there's certain areas I didn't step up to the plate. There's certain areas that I didn't take a leading role. There's certain areas that I didn't grow up. I didn't take the plunge. I didn't commit. I didn't this, right? And you're seeing how that's been reflected to your child, okay? Because this feels like an older child. It could be a teenager. It could be an adult, whatever, okay? Or if this is a young child, you're just seeing how this could go. You're having the foresight and you're just like, I want to change this. So there's something here where you notice something about your kid, but then you also notice it within yourself. And you're like, the cycle stops here, right? I know that this card in the book says that you can't expect like people to follow your footsteps, and that goes with children and parents too. But what I'm actually getting is that a child does follow your footsteps, and it shows you like, damn, they're gonna end up exactly like me. And it's not that there's anything wrong with being like you, Gemini, but I just feel like you, as a parent, we always want better for our kids, right? You know, like, yeah, I survived my life and I'm fine, but I don't want my kids to have to survive. I don't want my kids to go through the shit that I fucking went through, right? Like, I don't want my kids to have to go, like me, for example. I don't want my kids to have to go dumpster dive because they're hungry, okay? I don't want my kids to have to work these dead-end jobs and break their fucking body down. I don't want my kids to have to go through relationship after relationship after relationship to realize that they should love themselves. I don't want that for my kids. I want my kids to do better, but you have to do better. You have to lead by example, Gemini, so there could be something here where you're seeing that. Give me something for this tree, though. Gotta keep it moving like Susan here. We got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Taurus energy is very strong. Some of y'all could cusp with Taurus. Okay, for sure. Yeah, it's like, with this spiritual inheritance, again, like the cycle cleanse, because y'all know with this deck in particular, this queen, how she got her hands up, she like, I don't know, right? It's a no for me, okay? There's something that you've released like recently. It could have been within a person, it could have been within a situation, but I feel very strongly it's within yourself. Something that you released, some kind of cycle that you cleansed out. You saw better, so you had to do better. There's some kind of, again, enlightenment here that's happening. And I'm hearing, she likes it my way, okay? What I say goes. I'm in control. And now we're kind of seeing that maybe we don't want Usher in control. No offense. Right? Like, maybe that's not the most, like, the motherfucker that we want to be following and want to be in control. I'm just saying, okay? Because Usher couldn't damn control himself if his life depended on that shit, okay? So there's something here where maybe that's what you're seeing. Like, maybe, I don't know, guys. I'm getting like a come to Jesus type of moment where it's just like, damn, maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to do this, and then maybe my family will follow suit, or maybe other people will feel brave enough to do it. You know, that is chosen energy. You know, sometimes we don't get the thank you. Sometimes we don't get that, you know, recognition of like, wow, you were the first one to quit smoking, start eating right, own your own business, right? Let go of your childhood traumas. Damn, that's amazing. You are amazing. Sometimes we don't get that from our family, but they do learn from our example. That's the thing. Okay? they will look at us and see us changing, see us choosing better for ourselves, and it will trigger something within them. It can trigger resentment, it can trigger pain, it can be regret, it can be guilt, it can be all these things, but all these things are helpful emotions. Okay, I know that, I don't know, because I'm getting this kickback from somebody. Well, the military taught me that guilt is a useless emotion. Well, no, it's not. Okay, got to unlearn that, because guilt is actually a very helpful emotion as long as you don't decide to sit there and stew in that emotion. If you use that emotion as a fuel for your fire of like, I do feel guilty about this, and I'm going to make sure that I take steps in the future to make different changes and choices within my life and make different decisions where I'm not going to be put in that energy again. Guilt can be an incredibly valuable emotion, because it's normal and healthy to feel bad when you do things that aren't right. Okay? So there's something here where there's a sense of personal enlightenment that's coming through in October for you, Gemini. And it's helping you see things, right? I don't know why I feel like this is heavily connected to a child for some of you guys, but it is. Maybe some of you guys are watching your teenager kind of fall into the same fucking cycle that you did, or go down the same road that you went down, and you're just like, oh Lord, we need to do something about this, right? But it takes you reflecting on yourself. That's just for somebody. What's this egg energy? Or actually, really quickly, because y'all ain't going nowhere, right? What's this spiritual inheritance that's coming through? Let's find out that first. There's definitely some kind of, look, I tucked her right back in the deck, guys, but I swear I just saw the Empress. And then we have the Nine of Cups here. There's something here, guys, where, again, I'm not going to stay on this too long because I feel like I've already touched on this. You're letting go of a bad habit. You're letting go of maybe overindulging in something. This could be drugs. This could be sex. This could be just, I don't know, the darkness. It could be your own, escapism, something like that, okay? But I feel like there's a level up within your actual spiritual presence or your overall energy here. You're able to manifest a lot easier, guys. That could be something that you're inheriting, is like, I'm able to, wow, if I say it, it fucking happens, which means I need to start being very mindful of what I'm thinking and what I'm saying, right? How I'm relating to myself, to others, to situations, because I will manifest it. Like, some of you guys are actually getting like your magician pin or something, where it's like your ancestors were able to do that. They were able to manifest. Some of your ancestors were able to control the weather. I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but I am. And some of you guys might see that that's happening around you. Or like you're manifesting something. I don't know, guys. So just be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of your intuition and the subconscious, because there's something here on a really deep level that you're inheriting that's bringing you this spiritual growth, this spiritual enlightenment, strong psychic abilities here, strong manifesting abilities. What is this egg, this success, this potential here? These odds that are in Gemini's favor. What is this talking about with this egg, please? I'd be quick on this one because I feel like this is kind of all talking about what we've already talked about. We have the Two of Swords here. So for me, this makes a lot of sense. The egg, the Two of Swords, that's nothing solid. The egg is not solid. The egg could get smashed, cracked, be in the wrong conditions. Bam, this egg is not viable anymore. There's something here where maybe there was something that you were unsure about here. Empress, okay? I've been feeling this energy. Finally, it shows up. There could be something here where you weren't sure. Even in the Empress, in this illustration, we see the aspect of potential, right? Anything can happen before that baby pops, okay? Before this bun get out the oven, there's a lot of things that could go wrong with the mother, with the situation, with the environment, with the fetus itself. There's a lot that could happen that can make it to where this baby is never born. Same with this egg. So it's very important that you keep a clear mind. It's very important that you make strong, sound, direct decisions. Decisions with conviction in October, Gemini. No half fucking stepping around here. Okay? Not no humana, coulda, woulda, shoulda bullshit around here. You either in or you out. Okay? It's like the motherfucking gang of life in this bitch. Like, you in or you out. There ain't no half stepping. Okay? You either betting on yourself or you ain't betting at all. You're either jumping into this or you're not jumping in at all. You're either committing to this or you're not committing to this at all. Okay, that's the energy we need here for this egg or for this spirit's baby, whatever this is that you're growing, that you're working on. That's what we need. That's the attitude we need for something to come into this existence. Doesn't mean that you need to let it take over your life. Like, oh, okay, well, I'm trying to get this book off the ground, so I'm going to work 24/7, 7 days a week, right? I'm never going to stop working. That's not what this is. There's an energy of committing. There's an energy to really investing. There's an energy here of really taking a leadership fucking role in regards to something, okay? Yeah. The Eight of Pentacles, putting in the fucking work when it comes to something. And that's how you're going to see those results. Because some of you guys could have, again, this negative, which we're about to get to it, boss. There could be this energy here where some of you guys have this negative influence around you, squawking at you, these fucking bird bitches. Could just be the darkness. Darkness is the ultimate bird bitch. We already know this, okay? But there could be this energy where people are telling you, oh no, that's never going to happen. You don't want that. That's not what it says it is. I know. I've been through this. This is, you don't know shit. You don't know your hole from your head from your hole in your ass, basically. Okay? People around you that are trying to tear you down, trying to bring doubt and plant these seeds of doubt in October. No, that is bird bitch energy. Those are bird bitches. I'm not saying that, you say, well, I believe I can jump off this bridge and I'll fly, that people should encourage that. But if something that's like, it's viable, it's something that could be, it's something you've been invested in, you're working on, or you're feeling intuitively, no. I do feel like this could work out for me. I do feel like this is something I should invest in. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise, Gemini. This isn't their life. This is your life. There's somebody around you that wants to control your spiritual inheritance or what's meant to be for you. You can't let them do that. You can't let somebody come in here and plant these seeds of doubt, because a seed was a seed all day long, and a seed's going to grow. Whether it's a seed of success and prosperity or whether it's a seed of doubt and indecision, okay? Make sure you're watering the right seeds in October. Let it go, okay? Walk away, okay? Or maybe this is fly away, okay, with the birds. I don't know. There's something about this. I love this Ten of Swords. This is one of my favorite Ten of Swords of all the tarot decks that I have. It's a great depiction of what I look at the core essence of the Ten of Swords, which is basically releasing yourself from a really fucking tough cycle. The bird bitches are flying away. Okay, they're going to go flock on somebody else's fucking life. And there's this sense of enlightenment here. There's a sense of the journey forward. Like, I'm transitioning out of this. I'm letting this go. So there could be a lot of doubts and indecision. And again, bird bitches squawking from a distance or not so much of a distance. I feel like you're going to end these cycles and you're going to tell them, go ahead, be gone, fly away. Been back and forth about something. Be careful who you're telling your plans to. Not everybody needs to know your next move. Yeah, look, come through, okay? There could be something here where it's like, you don't need to tell everybody your plans. You don't need to tell everybody what's going on, right? You give people this much information, okay? This much information, and this is what you actually have going on, okay? There's also something here about releasing baggage, right? The guy's like, oi, you gotta check your bag, ma'am, right? She's like, I am checking my bag. This is all I have, right? He's like, what about this shit back here? She's like, oh God, I do have a lot of baggage, right? Like, it's like something where maybe you realize you do have a lot of baggage. You do have a lot of shit you're carrying. There ain't no way that's all you're bringing on this fucking train, ma'am, right? What about all this? We gonna look at that? We gonna deal with that today? Okay, we gonna get any of that shit organized or check any of it? Like, there's some kind of energy here, or maybe some of y'all are like hoarding like traumas or hoarding, the bad shit that's happened. And it's like, we gotta go through this. We gotta unpack this. We gotta look at this. We can't ignore that. We can't just like, oh no, don't look over there. Don't look over there. Okay? Only look right here. This is all I'm carrying. It's nice and neat. This is all I need, right? Pat in the bag. But what about this? We gotta look at this. Okay, so for some of you, that's what needs to happen. You just gotta unpack it. But that's why I said, for some of you who are, deciding to step fully into the light, or you're deciding to take accountability or something, there will be nothing hidden in the light. Everything gets exposed, and it sucks sometimes. Me, myself, I still go through it. I literally just went through something. Where I was like, damn, Jess, You do too fucking much, Jess. Okay? Like, you need to learn to listen, Jess. Okay? Like, I literally just went through something like that. It never stops. It never ends. But the more that we try to ignore these things and not look at the not great aspects of ourselves, the fact that we're not always right, we don't always know what's best. Okay? Sometimes people shouldn't always do it like us. That's when we can really start to form some real growth and real stability and see some of these eggs start to hatch in our life. What's this lightning? What is this lightning? Because I feel like somebody wants to provoke you. Somebody will provoke you. Okay? Six of Pentacles. Coming out reverse. Okay. So I'm getting this energy here, guys. And this is something that happens sometimes. I feel like there's this energy here of like, and this pulls into this wolf card, where when you start making changes, there's a lot of pushback around you, right? So let's say you decide you want to start eating healthier and you're cooking healthy meals, right? And then all of a sudden your spouse comes in and they bring a pizza home from work and you're like, but I thought we had this conversation where we were going to start eating healthier. Like, we talked about that. You know, I spent all afternoon cooking this healthy dinner, trying to make sure that we could, you know, start on a fresh start, get on a new page. And why are you bringing pizza home for everybody, right? Kids are like, yay, Dad, pizza, right? They running there grabbing the pizza. Don't nobody want your turkey chili, ma'am. Okay? Like, it's that kind of energy for some of you guys. You're going to feel a little betrayed by people around you. Like, we talked about this. I told you how I wanted to be better. I told you how I felt like we should change. We should do this, right? It's that energy here of the wolf. Just because you decide that this is how you want to live. You want to quit smoking. You want to quit, you know, eating bad, right? You have a friend. I was about to say fuck buddy for some of y'all might. Okay, have some kind of friend with benefits, okay? And I use the term loosely because you're going to find out really quickly that ain't your fucking friend. That's your friend you fucking, right? But ain't your fucking friend, okay? Because as soon as you decide you don't want to do that no more, you don't want to bump nasties no more, you want to just kind of maybe have a deep conversation or, I don't know, go to Bible study together or something, they're going to be like, this isn't what I want, okay? I want that. That's what I want. I don't want to be your friend. That's when you're going to find out. So some of you guys might unfortunately find out that the people you thought were A1 since day one, or the people that really were invested in these changes or were wanting to grow with you, wanting to be on this path with you. No, honey. And see, it's okay, because us who have already been on this path for a while, we already know it's a lonely one. We already know it's that path of like, you know, it's kind of lonely up here on the mountain. Sometimes we run across people and sometimes we can form this little small tribe and everything and have companionship. But for the most part, not everybody's going to get it. And everybody's going to want to eat healthy. Stop, you know, indulging in these lower level energies, right? You could have friends that were all you did was smoke and chill and drink and hang out. And it's like, well, I don't do that anymore. And they're not changing. They want to keep doing that. So I guess I'm going to have to get new friends, or I guess I'm going to have to hang out with myself. I'm going to have to start connecting with my spirit guides, with spirit. Because where these humans aren't wanting to give you reciprocity, Six of Pentacles in reverse, spirit was wanting to. Okay? So there could be this energy here of like people around you that they don't want to change their ways. Shit, I like to party. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. Like, I like to party, okay? I want to have fun. I don't want to go to Bible study. I don't want to not smoke. I don't want to not fuck. I don't want to eat healthy. I want your fucking turkey chili. Smacks it out of their hand, right? I want this pizza. That might anger some of you guys, but the only reason it's angering you is because you feel like you know better. Other people should know better too. No, Gemini, because we already talked about that. Sometimes we have to lead by example. Sometimes we have to lead from a distance, okay? Yeah. Sometimes we gotta step into our own emperor energy. Like, I'm not this fucking Knight of Wands anymore. I'm an emperor now, and I guess that means I have to do emperor things, and I guess that means I have to be around emperor people, right? And emperor situations, and I guess that you can just go have fun, because whatever you were doing, eating that pizza, fucking away mindlessly, smoking, drinking, yourself retarded, okay? No offense. I feel like there's this energy here is like, that ain't working for me. I see where that's taking me. I don't want that no more. So there's something about that, okay? You're going to notice people around you not that you thought were going to always be on the same page as you. We're always going to kind of have your back. They don't have your back no more. I'm hearing Judas, 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 okay, from Lady Gaga. So there could be a Judas in your life. You're going to find out. Like, damn, not only did this person not want to be in my life anymore, they're actively trying to stab me in the back. Like, they're actively trying to hurt me. Like, what did I do to them? All I'm trying to do is do better. All I'm trying to do is expand my horizons. Somebody might take it really fucking personal that you don't want to drink anymore with them. You don't want to hang out. You don't want to smoke. You don't want to fuck. You don't want to whatever. You don't want to eat their fucking pizza. Somebody might take that really personal. Oh, what, you think you're better? Suddenly? Oh, look at this one. They're Jesus Christ, Hare Krishna, right? Like, they think they're better than us. They think they're holier. They think that they can, you know, it's that crab in a barrel effect that I was picking up, guys. That's exactly what this is. You aren't saying that there's anything wrong with them, although you might feel like you could give them some tips, okay, with love and light, right? Like, I'm feeling like I could give you some tips, but I'm not saying that I'm better, but somebody is going to take it as you think you're better, okay? You think that there's something wrong with us. Oh, because I like to eat pizza, I'm a piece of shit, right? Like, it's like that kind of energy, guys. I don't know. And maybe low-key they are, okay? Because like I said, you have a lot of dark workers around you guys that you're really not aware of. Like, these people are dark workers. They ain't going to change. They're not interested in changing. They like doing what they do. Some of you guys might see, like, damn, I really do have to step into this energy of focusing on myself and doing this alone and not having that support system that really ain't supporting me anyway. What is this talking about? Okay. Yeah, I feel like the message is clear for some of you guys. Okay. What is going to make Gemini angry? Let's just really quickly, before I move on to the advice and additional messages. What is going to make Gemini look that you got to do something alone? That you suddenly feel isolated, that people aren't checking for you no more, right? They don't want to come hang out. They don't want to come shoot the shit no more. Because if you ain't smoking, if you ain't giving up that booty, if you ain't cooking that nasty, I mean, it's good shit. It's good food. Like, it's nothing. Like, it tastes good. But if you're not cooking that unhealthy shit, or if you're not doing these unhealthy things, I don't want to fuck with you no more. I don't fuck with you. And more than that, they might actually try to throw shots at you, attack you, talk shit about you. Oh, did you hear, Gemini? Yeah, they're going to church now. They think they're this. It's going to upset you. But this is only going to drive you closer to spirit, guys. It's only going to drive you closer to your actual true soul tribe that's out there, right? Sometimes your soul tribe isn't right next to you. Sometimes it's these little stars that come in from a distance, guys, right? Your soul tribe could be at all different parts of the world, and it's like you guys are separated, but you're connected by the same energy. Some of y'all might realize that, yeah, you do want to form new connections. All right, advice and additional messages on this bitch. All right, let me see, though. I don't know what deck I want to use. I do. I know what deck I want to use, right? The bird bitches. Since we had the bird bitches show up, we'll use the bird deck. What do we have here? Advice and additional messages for Gemini for their October reading, please. We have the Wren coming out. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dream, right? All of your resources. And there's a big highlight in my mind's eye on like time and energy. Because if you're not putting your time and energy into shit that ain't good for you no more, you got a lot more time and energy to work on what is, okay? So Spirit is definitely asking you to be bold, be confident here in October. Make the best of something, right? Believe in yourself. Something is going to be massively paying off for you. We have the Nuthatch. Stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective that's coming to you. Now, this is the card for me. This card comes out when it's like the motherfucking audacity. That's what happens when this card comes out. You might feel that way. Like the audacity of me trying to do what's better for me. And then all of a sudden you want to sit here and talk shit. You want to sit here and do this. You want to do that. Listen, stay grounded, which means keep your cool, okay? And welcome the new perspective and knowledge that's coming to you. See something as it is. Well, you know what? I'm glad that you showed me your true colors over here, because that means that I'm definitely making the right decision, right? Because I don't need that energy in my life. I already decided that I need to be better. I need to do better. I want better for me, for my kids, for my family, for my soulmate, whatever. I want better. So stay grounded. Keep your cool. Don't let anger provoke you. It don't need to. You don't need to be provoked. You don't need to give a shit about how these people feel about you, what they think about you. You don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to validate yourself to anybody but yourself. Okay? So stay grounded and welcome that new knowledge and perspective that is coming to you, Gemini. We have the Starling. Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. Yeah, because I feel like there is connection out there. Like I said, some of you guys, you might kind of have to remove everybody that's right there in your physical present energy might be removed from you. And you might find yourself connecting with people who they are apart from you. They are distant from you, but they're not distant in your heart. Okay? That sounds so sweet. Then I heard that song, listen to your heart, right? There's something about that, guys, okay? Anyways, now's the time, though, to get out and really be you, Gemini, okay? It's not the time to be somebody else. We have the Finch. New opportunities and choices are opening up to you now. Yes, Lord, right? It says claim them, okay? Claim them. Claim those new opportunities because they're opening. Choices, new choices are coming, guys. We have the Hawk. Pay attention. A powerful message is being communicated to you now. Like, it could be this reading, right? But I also feel you guys are going to have that conviction that's going to come over you. You're going to be given that foresight by Spirit. You're going to be given the messages in October, and those are powerful messages that you need to listen to, Gemini. Let them guide you, okay? Nice. We have the Hummingbird. So a lot of you guys are going to have passed on loved ones around you in October. Some of you guys, this is definitely an ode to my mom. She was an October baby, okay? There could be some energy here of somebody who passed on visiting you. But this card says, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. I'm sorry. I feel like Spirit's like looking at you, Jess. You need to lighten the fuck up, okay? Okay. New joy is on the way, all right? I'm sorry. I feel like I've been like a colonel in the war for like 20 years and I got like a cigar clenched between my teeth and I'm like, what the fuck is fun around here? Does any of this look fun to you? But yeah, Gemini, you could need to lighten up a little bit, okay? I'm just saying that's for somebody. And release what you've been carrying. You don't need to carry it anymore. So if some of you guys have been holding yourself back from people, places, things because of what's happened in the past, you need to understand this isn't your past. Especially if it's moving different, it's acting different, it vibrates differently. It's not the same. Like, if you're looking at your past and you're looking at your future and you're like, there ain't no fucking way they could ever compare. They're completely different. Then why are you treating your future like your past, Gemini? You know, it's time to lighten up. It's time to release whatever you've been carrying. It's been weighing you down, basically. One more. Thank you. A great one to end on. We have the Osprey coming out. Your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow through you effortlessly, guys. With White Eagle on the bottom of the deck, connection to the divine guidance is within you. So Spirit is going to literally lead you to your abundance. It's up to you to claim it. All right, guys, that has been your reading. I do hope that it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.